Welcome to episode 2 of Zach's Attack for a Cure podcast. Now, before we start, I know that I said that at the end of my first podcast, I said the next episode would be an ex-NFL quarterback, but he's really busy and we're working on his schedule. So, we continue with the College Park theme with this episode because both of these guys attended CP and played baseball for the Cavs, making it to the 2018 district playoffs. And both are freshmen in college this year. So I'd like to welcome Luke Rosson and Brandon Garza.
Hello.
Hey, yo.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no problem. How you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
A little tired.
Solid, a little hungover, can't lie.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not going to edit that out.
Nope, that's staying in. Okay, so today we're going to talk. We're not going to veer off too far from the last episode. We're going to be talking about MLB news, still talking about CP, but talk about their time there and then also life in college for the first year. So let's start off with some MLB news. First, they're trying to make a lot of changes this year, trying to update the game, make it go faster. And so I just want some of your guys' opinions on some of these. So first, this spring training, umps will be wearing like headphones, AirPods, and there'll be a robotic strike zone. So
That's actually real. That's gonna happen this
yeah,
year?
it's happening. They're gonna have headphones in.
I don't like that.
A pitch is gonna happen, and they're gonna basically get told what it is.
I don't like that.
I don't know. Yeah.
If it it's part of the game.
Yeah, I think being a pitcher, formerly, obviously not anymore, but part of the game was knowing what the umpire strike zone was, and then you use that to your advantage or your disadvantage, and I mean, it allows you more fluidity when you're pitching. You get more used to certain umpires when you have them over and over again, so you know what they like, where they call pitches. And a lot of times that's to the benefit of the pitcher, and a lot of times it's to the benefit of the hitter. And I think it's a good mix for baseball when you have games that are low scoring or high scoring. But I think that when you have a robotic strike zone and the hitter can cover every single part of it and trains for that, I just think that, obviously it'll be more offense probably, but...
Well, because, I saw this clip, too. They tried it in the minors last year a little bit. And, I saw there's, this big curveball, and it, bounced in front of the plate, but because it was going, behind the plate, but because it was going, fast enough to get to the bottom of the strike zone, they called it a strike, even though it was obviously not a strike.
Yeah, I definitely don't like it. As a hitter, I'd never pitch.
Hitter.
But
the hitter is a loose term. He wasn't very good.
Okay. All right. All district, senior, whatever. Anyway, so, but, it's the same thing with a hitter, though. Outside corner, some guys are calling it, some guys aren't. You just got to adjust, and, I don't know, it's just part of the game. I think that's really dumb. Yeah. Can't lie.
Okay, also, this year, just in general, this whole year, the umps will be announcing to the crowd, like the NFL, when something happens or they need to announce something.
Okay.
So say there's I don't know.
So a diving catch.
After,
a diving catch.
Or no, after a review, they go to New York, they'll announce to the crowd what happened.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so after further review.
Yeah, basically that, the NFL.
That's not. That's just kind of.
It's not a big thing, but I think it'll help on the very rare occasion of something very odd. But it's I don't know.
I think that
doesn't really make it. I think honestly,
that affects the crowd.
It really, it helps the crowd though in a way. So
does.
It's not hurting anyone; it's just helping the crowd. So.
I went to this last World Series game and. There's did you see the Nationals umpire got ejected? He was almost throwing punches. So during that whole scenario, people were very confused. So I think it could help to clear up some things. So next, Rob Manfred has proposed a new postseason bracket setup.
Okay.
So he said
that's not going into effect though this year, is it?
I'm not sure. I don't think it's passed through yet, but it's just a proposal.
Okay, so what is it?
Okay, so there won't be a wild card game anymore.
They'll have 7 teams instead of 5 teams.
There's going to be 7 teams instead of 5 teams. The first round will be a best of 3 series. The higher seed will host every game. They'll never
including the World Series?
I'm pretty sure. And then the second seed may choose... Oh, the second seed in the whole thing may choose to play the 5th, 6th, or 7th seeded team. The 3rd seed from the remaining 2 will play the 4th team, and then the top-rated seed will get to pick who they play.
Yeah, because the first seed gets a bye.
They get a bye.
And they get to choose out of the remaining teams left who they get to play.
I'm just kind of confused.
I honestly, I know MLB players don't like that. I kind of like that though.
Really? I was going to go the other way.
Stupid.
I think it's dumb.
I like more teams in the playoffs though.
No, I like that.
I understand that, but also like
I don't like the picking of the team.
The picking is real bad because
they shouldn't do that.
No,
you have to play who you have to play.
Of course, think about it. Everybody this year probably would have picked the Nationals to play, and look what happened.
That's true.
So,
that's true.
I don't know.
Also,
no,
I really like the wild card round, but
yeah, one game.
I like that because
wild card's fun.
It's fun because it represents like the 2 teams that weren't good enough to win their division, but still had a good record. Right now. Right, they're hot.
But yeah, I like the wild card one game because it's in pitch. Then it's pitcher versus pitcher.
Yeah, and because it's like there's a division that had 3 100-win teams. Like you're gonna exclude those teams. It's like okay. So next, let's talk about the Astros scandal. So what do you guys think about it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That
didn't happen.
I think it's a part of baseball. Technology, used or not, I think technology, little slap on the wrist, maybe. It was handled way out of proportion. It's a part of baseball.
I mean, I feel like it's a part of baseball now because I don't think that was right. I don't think it's right to do, but so many teams apparently have done it.
Definitely.
Like I remember I was watching MLB Network yesterday, and they said that when Carlos Beltran came to the Astros in 2017, he said, you guys are behind the times. Yeah. So obviously one of the teams he was at before was doing it also.
Yeah.
Him
and
and
I know the Red
Cora.
Sox got caught doing it also.
Because Alex Cora brought it over.
Yeah, but
and also like
multiple teams have done it.
It's hard to tell me that the whole MLB isn't using some form of technology.
Oh, there's no way.
Like you're not telling me that every team is so pure with it.
Players who are pissed off about the Astros right now and are mad at the Astros, they should be careful about what they say because if that ever comes back to bite them in the butt, then what they said just doesn't stand. Like Cody Bellinger yesterday, he said Altuve stole the MVP from Judge and then that they stole a ring from the Dodgers. Like if the Dodgers because the Dodgers have been accused of it too by Logan Morrison, I know. So it's just a whole mess. I mean, it brings a lot more attention to baseball, which I like that. But yeah, I mean, at least they stopped doing it after 2017. Yeah,
and have you heard the new thing about the Yankees using Apple Watches since 2015?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, it's just part of the game. Like stealing signs, part of the game. Sure, it's not using technology, but whatever.
Okay, so a lot of people are upset at the Astros because they apologized at spring training.
That was so funny.
But it was funny. But they're saying it wasn't good enough, and like it
really wasn't.
I mean, it's kind of
I understand. A couple
years ago, they don't want to keep thinking about it.
It wasn't good enough. Those guys were literally just called to do it, and they read from a paper.
Yeah.
But like, what do you want? Like, guys who are getting paid money to play baseball.
They're not going to write like a.
Do you want them to write a sincere?
What they did wrong.
They're making a lot more than people that are mad about it. So.
Right. Should legal action be taken on the Astros?
God, no. That would make no sense.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, thank you.
There's no way it should be taken. And then, should the World Series title and Altuve's MVP be stripped?
I don't think so. Because I mean,
that would be ridiculous. That would be insane.
I mean, that's. Like it's not like the Astros only won games in Houston, especially
And I'm sorry, but if you're gonna strip our World Series title, you better strip every '80s World Series title for all the steroids guys. Because think about it in proportion. Think about it. Steroids, they don't know where or what pitch is coming, but they have the strength to hit it farther or whatever.
Yeah.
Us. All we know is what pitch is coming, so we don't know where it's going to be.
Yeah, but that does help a lot, though.
No, don't get me wrong. It does help a lot. But also, having the power to easily hit a home run helps a lot when you can make contact. So...
Well, I mean, obviously, we're a little biased because we all so...
Did
but
you see
I feel bad being an Astros fan now, but I'm so glad I'm a Twins fan also. So.
Did you see Altuve's apology?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I heard they had to put a little box behind the stand so he could stand up to the mic. I'm joking.
I
Really?
mean, that
That
would
would have been funny.
he's
though.
like 5'4".
Also, like, think about how the MLB would respond if, like, the White Sox, like, cheated. It would...
cares?
Yeah.
The White
Exactly.
Sox should
But
cheat.
that's the thing. That's the thing. No one would care. All right, next, Jock Peterson. Jock Peterson was going to go to the Angels, but that trade got canceled and it fell through. So now with them getting Mookie and that trade ended up going through, what do you think how that's going to affect the league?
I don't think it affects the league. I'm sure Jock Pearson feels bad, but I mean, what are you gonna do?
I wouldn't feel bad if I was Jock. Now you're in outfield with Cody Bellinger and Mookie Betts. So
I'm sure it feels weird though that the Dodgers didn't want him.
right, and now you're trying to get traded away. And now
Yeah.
you're not. Yeah, but I think it's good for the Dodgers.
And now he's, instead of being the number 2 outfielder, he's the third best
Right.
out of 3.
Yeah, and he's going to probably be splitting time, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right, so that's all the MLB news we have. So next, let's talk about your first year in college. So,
College.
for people who don't know, where are you going? Where are you guys going?
Oh, I go to the prestigious Blinn College.
I go to Texas A&M University.
Reddit's a little smarter than me,
What?
that's for sure.
What are you guys majoring in?
Agricultural business.
I'm a construction science.
All right.
You don't mean that, do you? Take it back.
Okay, so how's the first year going?
Great.
Great.
It's a lot of fun, but I mean, I don't want to talk about anything like that. But I mean, obviously it's implied. It's college.
Yeah.
But
What is like that? What is that?
What is
You're
it?
going to have to elaborate for me there.
you know, hanging out with friends, drinking some water, some apple juice,
Nice.
going to the restaurants and dancing. A lot of that stuff. But
Okay, yeah. Moving on. Tell me about the decision not to try and play baseball in college.
He did, and he failed miserably.
So the backstory there is, in high school I had offers to like small JUCOs, and I wanted to go to a big college so I could expand my reach socially.
He didn't want to have to work hard.
But
basically.
I had an offer from HBU, that was the only D1 offer I had. But I did not want to stay in Houston.
Yeah.
And so I went to College Station, and shut up. And I tried out for the Texas A&M baseball team. It was me and like 16 other guys.
Yeah.
And I was the only freshman. There were a lot
you didn't
of
make it.
JUCOs.
Out of 16, you didn't make it?
No one made it.
Wow.
But they were.
So y'all were all that. I mean, they just cut
Yeah, I
y'all
guess
out.
that was pretty
Y'all
bad.
just
But
ran.
next in September, I'm gonna try out for the club team.
Okay.
Maybe I haven't thrown a ball since the tryout, so I gotta work
For the people at home, that is club team.
Club team. They're pretty good though.
Yeah, they are. I bet you
think
they are.
I think Cody Bellinger and Christian Yelich played for the A&M club team. Don't fact check me on that though. Don't fact check me.
Don't.
Can we get a fact check? No, my decision was, well, honestly,
His decision was that he was so bad at baseball that
I had a.
not even like colleges in like
I think I had.
the Philippines would.
I think I
want him to
had
play
2 JUCOs like texting me, and
They're like, Luke, come hang out with us.
I just didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I understand.
Yeah.
JUCO, it's like
'Cause I have
you're playing to get to
I-
another
yeah.
level, but like I
But
don't
you have to like
I don't wanna go play
you have
in a
to
field.
love the grind. For
Right.
that.
I don't wanna go play in a cornfield
No one's
somewhere, you know what I'm
watching
saying?
you.
Yeah.
That's what another thing I don't like about MLB is the minors. I wish that they had a smaller draft and you just went straight to the league.
I feel
like a lot of people are turned off, like Kyler Murray, turned
Yeah.
away from baseball because of the minors. Whereas he went straight to the NFL and now he's already in stardom and
Right,
he wasn't even
right.
that good. Imagine if he went straight to the A's. I'm sure he would have done that.
Are you trying to go to A&M?
Am I?
Yeah.
As of right now, yes, but GPA is not looking so hot, Berg. I won't lie to you. It's been, there's
It's been a
there's
struggle.
a lot
with
of
that blend.
a lot of mistakes made first semester.
Got it. Okay. We don't need to explain. Okay. Lastly, about college, what was the biggest jump from high school to college?
Freedom, just being free.
Yeah, responsibility, dude.
Yeah.
You have to live on your own. You can't have your mommy tuck you into bed every night.
Cleaning.
And if you get scared at night, you can't go snuggle with mom and daddy like I used to, like my senior year of high school.
I just go snuggle with my roommates. To be honest,
Hey, chill out, dude.
he's got a big
You're
old
not supposed
chest.
to
Just
tell
lay
them
on
that.
it.
Anyways, yeah, responsibility. You have to manage your own time. you have to go to your own classes, make your own schedule. You do your own laundry, you wash your dishes, you cook for yourself. You have to manage money if you go out to eat.
You got a 9 a.m. You're not gonna that sounds late to y'all, but like if you have a 9 a.m. like your mom's like not there, like if you accidentally sleep in, your mom's not like get up, you know.
Yeah, and if you stay up too late and you're irresponsible, like this guy over here, Rosson.
I've never done that.
All right.
Then you're gonna miss your class.
I got you.
Me and Garza are actually rooming together next semester. Next year.
Nice.
Which I'm not looking forward to. I might actually opt out of A&M. I might go to I'll go to Hill College if I have to.
Oh my God.
All right. So continuing from the last podcast, I want to talk about your guys' time at College Park. So both of you, your junior years, were part of the playoff team for College Park in the 2018. You guys made it 4 rounds deep in the playoffs.
Yes.
And so you guys got to go to Round Rock.
Yeah, we did.
Tell me that experience.
Insane.
It wasn't a really good experience for me because
Brandon.
I did not. Well, the game I pitched. So for
okay, come on. You gotta do this.
I mean, it was fun to go as a team, but I just felt so disappointed in myself that.
Wait, are you talking about pitching at Sam?
Pitching at Sam.
Yeah.
Because
we played at Sam, then Round Rock against
Round Rock. During the season and the first round of the playoffs, I've been doing well.
Yeah.
If I say so myself.
Exceptional. This is a better word.
And I was the game 1 starter, and we played at Sam Houston. I had the option. Coach Washburn asked me if I wanted to play at College Park or Sam Houston. I said Sam Houston. I should have said College Park.
Yeah, I don't know why you actually said that was you that made that decision.
Yeah,
everyone hates you, so.
Literally everyone hates you. That game we lost 8-1.
No, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it was 8-1.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I low key cost us. I cost us 1 inning.
Yeah, we dropped the fly ball basically.
You know what's funny? Junior year, I think I made 2 or 3 errors. Senior year, I fielded 65%.
Yeah, but
thank God I hit.
Playing at Sam Houston was. I had already played there before, summer ball, but I mean, I feel so much you feel so close with your high school team.
Right.
But I was just disappointed. But before that, the first 3 rounds were super.
Oh
fun.
yeah,
because everyone.
Round Rock was fun too, though. Whenever we actually went to Round Rock.
When you went to Round Rock. So speaking of going to Round Rock, and you about fielding Luke, that catch you made. You know,
you like that?
Yeah. First, what was the result of that game?
That game? We lost that game. That was the second game. Okay. But it was...
Because Will Clements is an idiot.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
No, actually, he is. But it was 0-0, second inning.
Yeah.
Or first inning, maybe. And second, yeah. Runner on second and third. And ball hit to the gap. And it would have been the first run to the game. Right. And basically... Actually, it's not even a diving catch.
I closed his eyes and the ball.
What happened was I basically ran up too far on the ball, and it was over my head. So I did this fall down thing and put my glove over my head. It was a good play.
Out to right center field. Could this be the first hit? A diving attempt out in right field, and a run-saving play made by Rosson. What a step he had on that ball, and what Superman-like extensions he grabbed out and reached into the night to keep this a scoreless game.
It was on some Twitter accounts. That was cool.
Yeah, that was.
It wasn't
really
on
cool.
the news though.
Okay, we get it. You got on the news.
Okay, well, here we go. Let's talk about that right now. So, thanks for that segue. So, if anybody who doesn't know, Brandon was an ambidextrous pitcher, which means he can throw with both arms, and he actually got covered by USA Today.
Pitching is not an easy skill set to pick up for young kids, but Brandon Garza was different when he was growing up. At age 5, Brandon started throwing with both his right arm and his left arm. Why make it more complicated?
Honestly, when I was little, it was for a dumb reason. I just wanted to see what it would be like to throw both ways.
Garza says by age 11, he started pitching competitively, utilizing both arms, and he's been getting better and better ever since.
So, tell me a little bit about that, and how did it help you? How did you get started with it, and some advantages with
how I got started throwing?
Yeah, ambidextrous.
When I was...
I hate this story, dude. I've heard this 1,000 freaking
When I was...
times.
Well, yeah, I get that.
I don't, tell it to you every day.
Yes, you do. I just felt like...
No, I didn't. Okay, anyways.
Okay.
Ignore the scoundrel over here in the corner. But, so when I was little, I started playing basketball when I was like 4, like K-ball, and I was righty, like it means throw right, hit right, and I had.
No, it's good.
I was watching the Astros one time. I forget who was pitching. I don't know. I don't know if it was Wandy Rodriguez. No.
Oh, this is a long time ago.
Yeah. But I saw a lefty pitching, and my dad was talking about how much of an advantage it is to throw left-handed. There's not a lot of lefties, and I told my dad that I wanted to throw left-handed, and he said, "Okay, like if you really want to, then we'll train, and you can practice throwing left-handed on your off time." And so every time I was free, and my dad like forced me to go practice when I was little. I didn't like it, but I'm glad that I did. But so I started throwing left-handed, doing like drills where I was throwing against the wall, and then 10 years later, I don't know if it was probably like 7 or 8 years later, I started throwing both ways in games at like Little League, and I was really comfortable with it, and I just kept doing it, and when I got to high school, I did it a lot.
So like I saw like on your interview, you said like you could be able to pitch day after another.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
So that first happened in Georgetown my sophomore year, I think. Anyway, the varsity went to They always go to this tournament in Georgetown.
Are you talking about like throwing both ways in one game?
No, different. Like one day throwing right-handed.
So I came into relief like the last 3 innings left-handed, one game, and then our pitcher the next day was supposed to be Dalen.
Probably or
I don't
Luke.
know. For some reason he couldn't pitch. I don't know if he was sick or something. I don't know. I don't know if I'm remembering this correctly. Dalen might text me later.
Yeah, no, I'm
But
good.
so I had to start the next day right-handed, and I mean, it just felt normal. It felt like I hadn't pitched before.
Right.
I mean, I had a second arm to throw it. Yeah, that was cool.
All right, so going back to that 2018 season, isn't it true that like y'all started off really slow?
Yeah, we were like what?
Speaking
1-8?
of Georgetown, we were 0-5. All 3 years we went to Georgetown, we won 1 game out of 15 games.
Yeah.
Sophomore year when we went 1-4.
You should have a 15. You mean out of 5?
No, 15. We played.
Oh,
5
you
games
mean
each year.
so we were 3 and.
We won 1 game.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay.
3-15 overall.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't go to.
Or
go to Georgetown.
We went 1-14 every year out of all the years because we went 1-4, 0-5, 0-5.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But the first year, sophomore year, we went to Georgetown 1-4. I know this is 2017, but I just like to say how it doesn't matter that much because we started 1-4 and then we started district 8-1.
It doesn't matter how you start at all.
2018 we were very bad.
2018 is the definition of it doesn't matter how you start.
Right. Yeah. So speaking of that, like, what was like the turning point, or like, how did you guys?
It was when
Conroe, wasn't it?
No, it was the
Conroe.
game that we lost to Oak Ridge. It was a very close. It was a game at home.
Okay.
We lost. I think.
Did I have mono? Oh yeah, it was the game where I hit that triple. It was whenever I started having mono.
That game
we lost that. No, we lost that game.
Oh,
we lost that game like
okay,
10 to like 3 or 4.
No, that was the first game that Luke Trahan pitched. We got spanked. I forget. I don't know if it was.
Yeah, no,
I don't know if it was Oak Ridge or not. But we played 1 game. We were like 2-4 halfway through the season, and we played 1 game, and it was a very good game. We looked good, and we lost like 6-5 or something. It was an extra inning game. It was when I gave up that walk off to Logan Lendy. I came into relief.
Oh yeah.
And we lost 6-5, and it was a very close game. It was a good game, and Oak Ridge was the best team in our district. They were undefeated. And Coach Washburn was like, this could be a turning point in the season, blah, blah. And then after that, everyone started pitching well. We just started hitting well, and we went on a run, and we went like, I forgot how many. We went like 6-1 to finish district, and we made the 4th
Yeah, it was
seed.
crazy.
So like, what was that like? Getting into that change of pace and then the success. What was that kind of like atmosphere and experience?
Like,
scary.
We had played. A lot of those kids had played together on the sophomore team, and we never got to like our moment to shine. We never got to start.
It was, but it sucked though
we had a lot of
because
chemistry.
it was like win or go home.
Right, exactly.
Like all the time. After that, what he said 2 and 4. After that, it was just win or go home.
Yeah.
So we
But y'all really had to come together. Yeah.
We had a lot.
That was the most chemistry I've ever had on a baseball team.
That was a very fun team to play on.
It was too much fun actually because
It's weird because there weren't a lot of people in our class on that. It was like us and Tyler. And
it was us two, Tyler, Kaysen. And that's it from our class, I think.
And then all the rest were seniors, but they were really close with us. They were welcoming.
Now, speaking of, all the rest being seniors, while in 2019 there was a big senior class.
God.
No, I know 2019, but it wasn't great. But
yeah, well, it wasn't great. It was terrible.
Washburn should have cut that team in half.
Yeah,
the seniors.
Yeah.
Good Lord. I mean, Washburn, great coach, love the guy, but definitely should have cut that team in half.
So like I know it didn't go well, but going into 2019, like Luke, what were you trying to take from like the leadership side of 2018, and what were you trying to now as a senior take that role of?
Basically, stop getting into trouble. Because honestly,
because as a senior, everybody really looks up to the senior.
So my junior year, I'd gotten into some trouble. That's why I couldn't go to Georgetown. But I'm not going to go into that. But I was just suspended for quite a while. I got mono. I was out for like 3 weeks, and then I got back on the team and I started for the rest of the season. And then just seeing those guys, like that senior group was great. It was a perfect mix of like hard workers and laid back guys. Our senior year, we were gonna try to be hardworking, but we ended up being way too laid back.
We had no experience our senior year. Like
no.
There was only 4 or 5 of us on varsity,
and only 3 returning starters: me, you, and Givens.
And then, so we had a lot of
Will too.
Not to like,
he's a junior.
We didn't have a really good class in terms of baseball. The class above us, they had a lot of really good. They're not playing college baseball, but
I'll call out names that should have been cut right now.
Don't. But
okay, so while at College Park, you talked about that turning point for that one season. But for each of you guys, kind of what was the biggest jump or turning point in your development that helped you basically be ready for that 2018 season?
You go first.
My the guys around me, the older guys, for sure.
No, turning point. Like what event happened that?
Or event, or like when, or who. Yeah, it can be when or
okay,
who.
whatever. Your answer.
What are you talking about? Honestly, whenever I was a sophomore, Washburn told me, basically, you're not going to play, but come up for like a few varsity games. So I went up for like the last 6 in the playoff game. And watching those guys helped me a little bit. Honestly, it was...
I think what prepared you for varsity was when you came into the playoff game as a pinch runner and
shut up.
stole like 2 bases, right?
I did do that, yeah. I did do that in like 5
Well,
seconds.
that's a good like confidence booster.
Oh, dude, it was. But that catcher was crazy good.
Yeah, that's good.
But so probably that, honestly. And seeing 90 for the first time, definitely, it really wakes you up. But when you got those guys in front of you, the older guys that are just Pele and 90 over to the moon, then it's like, makes it a lot easier for you to adjust to.
For me, so I was on varsity as a sophomore, and I did not play a lot. I came into relief in like games that weren't close, or we were winning by a lot or losing by a lot, and that didn't really help me out that much because there was no pressure in those games. So I still didn't really. I mean, I'd been there when there was pressure, but I wasn't playing. So I understood that it was there. I never got to experience it myself, but my summer after my sophomore year, I didn't play on a summer team, which normally people do. I literally just focused on pitching. I went to camps, and I just threw a bunch of bullpens and stuff like that. And then junior year, I came in, and I was supposed to be like the number 4 or 5 starter because there were seniors.
Ended up being the number 1.
And then it happened. Not thank God, but Dalen Farm, our second game of the season.
This is a crazy story.
Dalen was supposed to start, so it was supposed to be Luke Trahan number 1, Dalen number 2, and Dalen.
Both of them, neither of them
late.
were the number 1 or the number 2 by the end of the season, which
Dalen
is crazy.
missed the bus for one of our away games, and Coach Washburn did not let him pitch that game. So he asked me if I wanted to pitch, and I was very hesitant, but I said, yes, I'll pitch. It was against Montgomery.
I thought Will pitched that game.
No, he came into
relief. Oh, yeah, you're right.
And so I started that game, and I thought I did well. We won like 7-2 or something. And, I mean, I pitched. I thought I did well. I didn't know. Montgomery was pretty good.
Yeah. Alex Nunn was a dude that did
But that was a
that was a turning point. And then after that, he started letting me pitch on Fridays.
Yeah.
And then soon, at the playoffs, I just became the number 1.
Oh.
Will Clemens became the number 2, by the way.
Yeah. Okay, so
sophomore talent.
Speaking of Coach Washburn, who's now at Sam Houston.
Yes.
He was his last year. I was there, and he liked to try working a lot of inspirational and like lesson stuff. So can you tell me anything from like the CP baseball or just him or the program that you've kind of helped taken you into college or anything?
Oh, you go first.
Yeah, he was more, I loved Coach Washburn. I liked
Yeah,
him a lot. He was really close with the players, and he tried to.
Some players.
Some players he didn't like a lot because they didn't care. But players that did care and like they were vocal and they spoke to him a lot, he became very close with them, like me and Luke, and like Will, and like Luke Repka and Trey and all them. And
him and Repka actually didn't get close till after high school.
Yeah, but he was kind of like a second dad.
Yeah, that's really weird to say, but yeah, that's true. That's
but
true.
He tried to inspire us a lot, and he had a lot of guest speakers come and like talk to us, and then he focused more about like the chemistry and being a family more than like winning.
Okay, yeah.
And I
so the family aspect,
he allowed me to form a lot of good relationships with people I still talk to now that I don't go to college with.
That's good.
Yeah, like Travis texted me. I'm going to watch him this weekend. His son.
Travis, Michael, Isaac, Kyle.
Yeah, well, Michael didn't talk to us anymore. So.
Yeah, but whatever.
So, okay, lastly, would there be any like piece or advice you'd give to current guys at CP? Because it's a very young team this year. You know, it was a huge senior class last year. So, would there be any advice you'd give to the current varsity guys?
I don't know who the coach is, but
I know that y'all's coach is like apparently he's like very what is it? What's the word? Like strict, I guess you could say.
Intense.
Yeah, intense. There you go.
But he's not laid, but he doesn't. I feel like is he close with a lot of players like Washburn was or no?
I say my piece of advice to you is do not take it seriously, but do not be too serious because more serious you are, you beat yourself up. Like we had players on our team that after striking out or something or anything, they just beat the crap out of themselves, and then that just ruins you. You can't play anymore like that.
You need to care more about
especially for the younger guys, because you have more years here. Yeah. And there's a couple sophomores on varsity.
Yeah, it's like next at bat all the time. All the time, next at bat.
Okay. All right. Well, to end it off, if you don't know, I'm Zachary. I have a birth defect called lymphatic malformation. I'm working with a fundraising organization called LEARN, which stands for Lymphatic Education and Research Network. And we are currently doing a fundraiser and kind of a charity called Zach's Attack for a Cure. We're selling t-shirts. We're selling car stickers, starting this podcast, just to get more money for research and to kind of spread the word, let everybody know what it's about. So if you would please go check out our socials, Zach's Attack and Zach's Attack for a Cure. You can learn more about me, more about the disease, and how you can help out. I want to thank you guys so much for being here today.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having us, seriously.
Yeah, no problem. I thought it was a good time with you guys and
I feel like
new views.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know, I feel good.
Well, all right. Well, I can't promise when the next episode will be, but be on the lookout for some big names or some more CP guys. And thank you guys for listening.